Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Warcraft replay here as we get into it. Orc versus human matchup on the map Terenas stands. Just standard ladder game here. Yeah, not casting Gold League, not casting WC3. I don't know. It's a little weird since recently I've just been spending my free time playing games. League, Worlds is also a thing, and Genshin of course. But other than that, just gotta cast some Warcraft I guess. SoK spawning in as the red human on the top left. He'll be facing up against Fly, the blue orc player on the bottom right. This is apparently the first time we have these two on the channel against each other, at least for the Netease Ladder. Which is weird. I cast both players pretty frequently, but yeah, we will often have unique matchups, and yeah, we're just gonna have that. Blade Master start here for Fly. A little bit different. Most orcs recently, from what I've seen, have been playing a lot of Farseer, but doesn't mean that the Blade Master is out of a job. Mountain King coming out here as the first hero for SoK. Something worth noting, I think I heard that Thunderclap is gonna get a damage nerf in 0.9 I think, which still hasn't happened yet, but you know, here's hoping. I haven't actually looked at the patch notes. I've just looked at like the headline, and it basically said Mountain King Thunderclap damage reduction or something along those lines, so it's gonna be, we'll see how the meta turns out to be, because I don't really know where human is on the totem pole, to be honest. And the Mountain King kind of helped with the late game situation where humans kind of, I guess, lack damage in some sorts, but yeah, Blade Master gonna go for some harassment early. Is gonna miss. Oh, actually no, the Renegade Wizard is still alive. Oh, the Blade Master's just gonna go straight after SoK's units here, unable to take the Renegade Wizard, and the item is going to be +3 strength, I think? Or maybe it's the 1 mana ceiling, maybe it's both. But regardless, it is gonna force SoK to retreat with his units here, only able to take a single peasant. A couple of the other peasants have been taken out by the creeps themselves. And yeah, Blade Master needs to be careful not to get too deep into this, into chasing the Mountain King there. Alright, trying to go for the cheap item, but the Stormbolt into possible steal here, +3 strength is going to get stolen by the Blade Master. The kill did go over to the Mountain King, giving level 2, but the Mountain King had to go all the way around the little wizards there, so yeah, Blade Master was able to get out of his stun and pick up the +3 strength, which it's nice, I guess. Definitely no claws, definitely no agility, not even a circlet. Dust and circlet is going to get picked up by the Blade Master, preventing the Mountain King from going for dust of his own, as I believe tier 2 is just on its way for Fly here. Barracks is going to be placed down. That, I guess, explains the lack of any grunts. He actually foregone the barracks just to go for fast tech, which
ready for action.
Could be to his favor. SoK is kind of having to deal with this Blade Master all this time, but it seems like the plans to fast expand is still on its way. Troll is going to get taken out by the Mountain King there, but I believe the Blade Master got the second troll. Crystal Ball picked up by the Blade Master as well. I thought that was dust from the Mountain King, but never mind. It is the Crystal Ball being stolen there. I mean, SoK's kind of playing it a little lax, to be honest. He could definitely play it a little bit more patiently, maybe try and drive the Blade Master fully before actually committing to clearing out a camp, but who knows. It's a ladder game, of course. Mentality wise, like, it's not super competitive, I don't think. But yes, the expansion is going to get placed down. We're going to have a Stormbolt onto the Blade Master there and into a surround. Oh, actually the surround was incomplete, unfortunately, and the 1 mana stealing is going to steal basically the rest of the Blade Master's mana. So if he did get the surround out, it definitely would have been a dead Blade Master since he wouldn't have been able to wind walk. Shadow Hunter come out second, as we do have Turn Totem and a Bestiary here, so looks to be pretty standard Raider Spirit Walkers maybe, although that comp now is pretty vulnerable to Thunderclapping Mountain Kings. So I'm curious to see what actually gets in. And just do you see a confirmation on what Fly's gonna go for, is what I'm trying to say. Blade Master, I hear him somewhere. There he is, just trying to go for the cheap items. Circlet is gonna get picked up here. He also has +6 claws. So, yeah, it's pretty budget Blade Master, to be honest. The Crystal Ball, it's nice, I guess, but against humans it's not that impactful aside from just the general scouting. Yeah, Crystal Ball should just be given over to the Shadowhunters since it's pretty much wasted inventory space on the Blade Master. Or you could just sell it like what most people tend to do. Spirit Walker is popping out here. Bestiary I don't think has made anything, so I'm not entirely sure on what it is going to be used for, as expansion is now fully operational. Tier 2 has just started, so yeah, honestly, I'm expecting pretty standard plays from SoK as well. Devotional on the Mountain King there, which is kind of nice. With the ring, it's +5 on that Mountain King, which is pretty decent when dealing with that Blade Master. Thunderclap is going to be the second ability there. He actually put 2 points into it. You know what, here comes the Blade Master, level 2, and is gonna get... he tried to get a creep kill, but he's gonna go straight after the healer instead. Level 2 on the Shadowhunter there, and it is gonna force the TP scroll there from the Mountain King, preventing him from getting level 4. He also used the Book of the Dead immediately. I'm not too sure why. Maybe it's just to make creeping a little easier. Maybe he kind of expected the Blade Master to come out. But either way, I mean, with a Spirit Walker, I guess it doesn't have disenchant, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, if the Spirit Walker had disenchant, that might have been like pretty easy experience for the Orc heroes there. Oh yikes! A lot of those units are pretty low health, which is kind of scared to see, since we're still a bit a ways from Arcane Sanctums being placed down. So yeah, gonna have to rely on those Scroll of Regions there. Expansion is gonna get placed down. This is just a slow manual one. More Spirit Walkers and Raiders are being added, so standard comps from Fly at least. SoK still has yet to show his full hand, but he does have a Blacksmith placed down. He could go straight to tier 3, but yeah, so far no tier 3 transitions just yet. No tier 2 buildings whatsoever so far. We are having riflemen, so it could just be rifle casters coming out from our human player. Blade Master able to pick up a couple of free footmen here, as they are still struggling to stay healthy since they've been constantly clearing out creep camps. But yeah, Mountain King did get that level 4. In fact, he's actually very close to a level 5 as well. He's been super farming, it seems. One of the Wind is going to get used, but without many units available to go for surrounds, it's just kind of delaying the inevitable. Ensnare onto the Rifleman as well. That is going to be a free Rifleman kill, all for the Blade Master there. And I guess he kind of shared it with the Shadowhunter. But SoK does have a lot of towers, so it's going to be pretty tough to actually break without any siege equipment. Archmage comes out as the second hero here, which is interesting. It's the more passive mana battery compared to the Blood Mage. But Blizzard is going to help a lot. Altar of Kings is going to go down. Towers, unfortunately, not. It's not enough, it seems, to fully deter these Orc units here. Mountain King is going to spot the Great Hole. It's going to be near completion, as I don't think he has the luxury to be running around. So towers are going to try and focus by the Blade Master, but honestly with Spirit Link it kind of mitigates damage quite a bit. And of course the Shadow Hunter does have access to Healing Wave. That is just going to be, you know, the classic reason why we see Spirit Link so good right now. Or still, I mean, like, it's been good forever, but this example kind of shows pretty nicely why. And no priest just yet for SoK, so only has access to slows. Here comes the priest, but they do not have the adept training there, so they do not have access to the spell. Disenchant's gonna get used to get rid of the Cyclone, but regardless, it seems like that Fly's just gonna get out of there. He was able to do a bit of damage, not actually able to kill that many peasants, so I'm not sure if that was a worthwhile trade. We do see a second turn totem being placed down, and this could mean turn warriors here, as we are transitioning into tier 3. It's honestly the only other explanation why we would see a second one. Plus we are running off 2 bases now, so pretty realistic seeing actual turns being into play here. But we shall see. Turns, since they cost so much food, it will generally mean that there's going to be a lot less units on the field, which means that the sorceresses will have a lot less time wasting in terms of just slowing all those units there. Blade Master going to go straight after the Rifleman, as the TP Scroll is going to get channeled by the Archmage. Can the Blade Master get anything out of this? He is able to take down the Rifleman there, but Mountain King was able to escape, killing the Murloc, getting level 5, which is pretty crucial. That is level 3 Thunderclap, as you can see on the top right here. So, like, a lot of damage is about to happen. Pally comes out, third hero. Yeah, we'll see if Divine Shield gets a point put into it, since we already have Devotion Aura, but once the Pally gets level 4, Devotion Aura should be a lot stronger. Frag Shards being researched here for the mortar teams. Might be a bit surprised when he sees actual turns, but for now we'll actually have to see if any turns get queued up. SoK has a lot of resources stocked up here, probably waiting for just that moment when he pushes low upkeep. Meanwhile, yeah, Fly is also sending a lot of resources, also probably the same mentality there. Arcane Bolt is going to get taken down. Blizzard, not ideally placed down, but the Thunderclap is pretty good from the Mountain King. That is going to force the TP Scroll from the Blade Master, and that will be pretty much that. Arcane Bolt gets taken down once again, but did kill a Spirit Walker or a Raider, whichever the one, and of course it did burn the TP Scroll. We do have Magic Century here, so the Arcane Towers have access to their free reveal. Thunder Orb for the Blade Master now that tier 3 is done, and here comes Master's Training for the Spirit Walkers, and here comes Pulverize for the Turn Warriors. I mean, surely SoK should realize what's happening. I'm not sure if he saw the second turn totem. He did not. But considering we are Fortress Tech, it is a possibility. Thunderclap into Blizzard is going to wipe out the goal line here on Fly's side. Maybe we will have a Hex around. Nope, we're going to have a Sanctuary back home instead, and the Archmage is going to get out of there. Maybe Blade Master has something to say about it. And there we go with the TP Scroll. Ensnare is not going to be able to cancel it since he's invuln. Yikes, that was an expensive investment in terms of just econ harassing there. +1 upgrades for spellbreakers probably, or maybe even knights, and +1 armor for the spellbreakers and knights as well. This could also mean siege engines. Hopefully it's not. I don't think we are gonna have any siege engines here, so that's fine, I guess. Master's training for the sorceresses, so polymorph could be a thing, but yeah, disenchant is also a thing. Plus, your opponent's going to be casting Spirit Link, so with someone with the priest, you probably would want to dispel as often as possible. So polymorph, I'm not too sure on it. Maybe it's just to increase the base stats of the sorceresses. But yeah, dust is going to get utilized there. Oh, the Shadow Hunter is smelling something, but unfortunately these units are gonna get right past.
I smell magic in the air.
Turn warriors are being queued up here, thank God. And here comes the main base maybe? Oh, wait, no, what's going on here? Spirit Lodge is gonna be completed. It seems like... okay, TP Staff and TP Scroll is gonna get transferred over to the Mountain King. Staff of Sanctuary also going to get transferred over as well, so yeah, who knows, SoK just making a little bit of management changes, as he is just going to go straight after the gold line. This, oddly enough, is fairly reminiscent of the Warden being really annoying on this map specifically, but in this case it's just invisible cheese. Blade Master level 4. He is plus 19 attack thanks to +6 claws and +6 agility. Coda Beast is out. I don't think we have Battle Drum upgrades. I'm fairly certain it's not Battle Drum upgrades. It should be +4 if I remember correctly. But yeah, 2 turns. Gonna be 3. Gonna be 4. That's a pretty. I don't even know how to describe it. Pretty fat army comp. Turns I think cost like 6 food maybe. Honestly, it's been so long since I played Warcraft. I've been playing StarCraft a lot recently, and yeah, supply costs are escaping me, to be honest. Expansion on the top right here. Inner Fire is going to get cast onto the Mortar teams, so perhaps... Oh! Witch Doctor has been spotted, and did he get a... No, he did not get a Sentry Reward because
I smell magic.
Either he was in a range, or maybe it's because the Arcane Towers have their Magic Sentry upgrades. But either way, it's going to be really hard trying to scout your opponent. And I think the Crystal Ball got sold earlier, so yeah, no free scouting there. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Illusions on the Taurens Chieftain. But they're just going to get quickly taken out there. Blizzard is going to get cast. 77 versus 77 on both sides. I have my eyes on the Mountain King. Is he going to go for a devastating Thunderclap, as Invuln is going to be procced for the Archmage, but Hex is going to be cast onto the Mountain King to keep him controlled. Blade Master going straight after the Mortal teams, it seems. Somehow the Raiders also got behind the backline as well. Yeah, 3-turned warriors there. Spirit Walker is also going down, but the Ancestral Recall is going to be able to keep them alive. Turn Chieftain needs to keep him by himself because he's the only turn that can't get resurrected. Paladin is getting one-on-one basically by a Turn Warrior. There we go, pulverized to finish him off there. Turn Chieftain still has the Invuln Potion available if he wants it. Where on earth is the Mountain King? Mountain King is still fighting with the Turns there. Healing Wave is just keeping the Orc army like topped off pretty nicely, and that is indeed a lot of turns still alive. I think we only have like 1 turn actually dead. We don't actually have that many Spirit Walkers there, but here comes the 4th turn that I was talking about, and now we have all Turn Warriors alive. So yeah, not having a frontline to deal with the turns is a bit problematic. You saw the Paladin actually trying his best to 1v1 the turn. It did not actually work out very well. TP Scroll is going to get channeled by the Shadow Hunter there, as the Stormbolt is going to take down one of the Spirit Walkers, and another one actually gets left behind. Another one is going to get resurrected, and he's just going to give even more experience over to the Mountain King, I believe. Yep, they do give more experience. Mountain King is a little bit closer to level 6, which could be problematic because Magic community, just a whole bunch of steroids there. Are we going to see more turns, or is 4 the magic number? It seems like we're just going to add a couple more Spirit Walkers, as both sides still suffering under low upkeep attacks. Spellbreakers are going to get used as the frontline instead of actually going for knights, which is interesting. That's a lot of Spellbreakers, right? About 7 Spellbreakers? 6, 7 Spellbreakers on the frontline.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Yeah, the positioning on the mortar teams was a bit questionable, since a whole bunch of raiders and the Blade Master actually got right in their faces, so could have been a lot cleaner for SoK, but props to Fly for actually getting a pretty good flanking position on his units there. I think maybe myself as well as SoK was a little bit too worried about the actual turns, so maybe he just didn't actually realize how badly positioned his units were. Oh, Sentry Ward has been stolen over by the Spellbreakers there. Okay. That's interesting that he's actually gone for the research there, but yep, Flying Machine just adding as just a true sight machine. Sentry Ward's working against Fly, as I say that. Replacement Sentry Ward is just gonna get taken out. Long distance mining here on the bottom left. Probably too risky going for an expansion. I mean, at least Orc players can go for the Pocket Great Hole, but maybe he doesn't want to invest the resources. Okay, all the wards have been replaced, but honestly, it's going to be a matter of time before they get stolen once again. Mountain King trying to get a position here is going to take out one of the Taurens, possibly. Stormbolt, I mean, against a normal unit is going to take a very long time to kill. But since it is a Tauren warrior, Ancestral Spirit is still a thing. Healing wards are going to try their best to keep these guys alive, but the Spell Breakers are going to steal the healing wards for themselves. And here comes the fight here, 78 versus 77. Pally did take quite a bit of a hit there as ensnare onto the Mountain King. The Blade Master is not going for the Mountain King. Oh, he is actually, never mind. I completely actually couldn't see where he was. Mountain King is going to get thunderclapped. Is he going to get Sanctuary? He is indeed going to get Sanctuary back home, as the TP Scroll is going to be channeled by the Archmage. That was once again disastrous for the human player there. Not even a single turn where it gets taken down. Yes, a lot of raiders did get killed off, but raiders are a lot cheaper to replace compared to turns, and yeah, this was basically SoK's answer to the turns, the massive amount of Spellbreakers, and unfortunately it just wasn't enough. I think it was also the fact that his Mountain King got heavily focus-fired by the Blade Master. Maybe got a couple lucky crits, but regardless,
I smell magic in the air.
The flows of magic are
yeah, maybe Mountain King should have gotten Sanctuary a lot earlier. Do we have triple Sanctuary? We only have double Sanctuary. Probably doesn't want to spend the gold for the third one. More mortar teams are being added here, as something got Sanctuary back home. Goblin Shredder, Alrighty, upgrade wise, looking pretty good for Fly. 3-2 as well as 002 for the Berserkers. Berserkers, I'm not too sure why they're being added.
The flows of
Probably
magic
just the
are
one, as yeah, Masters trained sorceresses, Masters trained priests. Only 1/1 spellbreakers, which is a bit problematic since they are a lower tier unit. They are just severely underpowered versus these Taurens here. SoK hoping to try and get a pick on these peons as the Pocket Great Hole gets placed down on the bottom left. Flying Machine is going to spot the majority of these units here, and supply-wise it's pretty even once again. 77 for SoK, 79 for Fly. Here we go. The Mountain King is going to get ensnared, but the Blade Master is not going right after him. Instead, the Blade Master is... I honestly don't know where the Blade Master is. Oh, there he is. Trying to go after the Paladin. Mountain King go for another devastating Thunderclap. That is a lot of units in the backline, dropping in terms of health. SoK does have the supply lead a little bit, never mind. All his units just drop like flies there, and he has to reposition as best he can. Spellbreakers are all low health, and the Mountain King is once again getting its snare trapped here. He just desperately needs level 6, but the Mountain King, I mean, even if he does get level 6 right now, he is at no shape to go for Avatar form, so this is looking pretty dicey. Level 3 on the TC, more Spellbreakers are going to go down, Blizzard is going to get channeled, but honestly the damage is pretty meaningless. Mountain King does have the Mana Potion, but I think he's saving that just for Avatar form, but not being able to get another kill to give him that needed XP, that might actually be game. Oh. Okay, it was game. No GGs, no just ending him like that. Okay, that was that. So it seems maybe the Mountain King is not enough to carry human late game, but honestly, I did very much like the Taurens there. They're way too tanky for SoK's comp to deal with. Surprised SoK didn't go Knights, but maybe Knights just lose out against Turn Warriors as well. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and take care.